we're back with another episode of Stupodconversations. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining the conversation. Mna Kanya.
And I'm Yanda.
And I'm Sandla.
No!
I'm Mdiya.
And I'm Tato.
Sandla here today is our guest, and we bring to you our thoughts on graduation, edition 2, online graduation. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. So, how was your experience online with the online graduation?
Okay, so personally for me, online graduation wasn't really a bad thing because it was not my first graduation. I've graduated before. But I feel like it was, personally, I feel like it's the most useless thing if you've graduated before.
Okay.
But if you haven't, it's a good experience because, well, with online grad, you get to have a pic as though you were graduating at the venue, but you were never there. So like, for instance, I graduated at UJ, so what we did was you had to take a picture of yourself, like just a face pic, and then what they do then is then they edit that pic and then put it in all the different parts in the stage during graduation. So it looked like a real graduation, but it's just you in different places.
So it's not a thing of Kuvela Amagama and then you have to pause it.
Oh, no. At UJ, the pictures also appeared.
Okay,
So we had our pictures. So what they did was also when you're going to collect your certificate, there's a company that they work with. So what the company does is it also, so obviously you'd wear your formal attire, you have your certificate, and then they take your normal grad pictures, and then there's one that they actually take, which they'll also edit for you to be on stage. So you'll be on stage, but with your grad attire.
But fun, it's not the same.
No, well, it really is not the same, especially if you experience.
Especially, yeah, for the no, it's not the same if if it's your first time experiencing it. Like, I even another thing, man, the graduator. Imagine just you being photoshopped by a staging.
I mean, well,
Imagine walking.
you can't imagine walking there because you don't even know what it is like inside.
But then you can see yourself walking. I mean, yourself.
Probably like how you would have walked, like, okay, I would have done this now.
Yeah. And again, have people cheering Mamtrina. Oh, I can't.
So would you say it does take anything away from, would you say it takes anything away from students?
It takes everything away from students. Because, well, with me, okay, my first graduation, I was there, my parents were there, it was full. When you walk, you even, as you guys said, you plan a walk. So I planned a walk, I even danced. And then my mom was there, obviously screaming out my clan names and everything. So it really takes away a lot because you don't have the experience. If maybe we didn't have videos of the past to see how graduations were, then we'd say it doesn't take away anything. But now if you've seen something before, and then you've also had like a dream that, okay, one day I'll also do this, and then COVID comes and says, you're not graduating. It takes a lot. The experience is unmatched, I would like, especially at UJ, because there's two places to graduate. There's a graduation at the venue, and then there's what we call a fountain. So at the fountain, that's where all the graduates are around. So you literally take pictures with anyone, even someone that you don't know. So it does take away that experience, because with online grad, when you're going to collect your certificate, you book on a certain date. You can't even book on dates where your friends are there. So it's really just a whole, I feel like okay, for me, it wasn't a bad experience, but I feel like for someone who's never graduated before and has seen graduation and has an idea of what graduation should look like, it really takes away everything.
And because you graduated online the second time, did you also plan your outfit like you did for your first graduation?
No, I didn't. I just bought a shirt and then my normal clothes. So you don't plan. My first grade, I knew I had a shirt designed, I had this pants designed, everything. It was
designed.
Yeah. No, definitely. So you design everything because it's this memorable experience. But for my online grade, online grade number 1, you're probably the only one who knows that you're graduating on the day, and you meet a whole lot of other people who obviously booked on the system on that day, and then it's only when you post it on WhatsApp that people are like, oh, so you're graduating. Like for instance, me, I got my certificate this is October. I got my certificate late in August or early September. And but my certificate was written 22nd March. So my grad date was initially on the 22nd of March, but I only got my certificate in August. So yeah.
So would you say, since you didn't have to get your shirt designed, would you say you had saved? Because, or unless maybe after that online graduation you had to spend on other things, but then would you say like you saved a lot of money compared to the first graduation?
Well, I saved a lot of money because I made the first graduation. Okay, I didn't pay for anything back then because I was unemployed, but had it not been for an online grad, I would have had to pay for my parents to come through, my siblings to come through. Obviously, there's accommodation expenses, and I would have obviously wanted to design better clothes. You know, I'm not gonna wear a plain white shirt with a brown coat. That's what I was wearing on the day. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that for my grad when everyone is there. So you do save on a lot of costs. Yeah, you actually do save because you don't even need to buy a graduation gown. Now you don't want to buy a graduation gown because like, okay, I'm gonna buy a gown and then what? With online grad, it's photoshopped.
They even Photoshop it out.
Yeah. No, so so here's how it works now. With the one that's done by the institution, they Photoshop the gown. But the one that you take a picture, obviously you hide the gown. So it's a company that has that gowns. So you take a picture, it's also an UJ with the gown and everything, and then they just Photoshop the stage and everything. But you do actually save a lot. Yeah, I mean, you don't even want to have a great party like, why must I have a great party?
So you didn't have one for the second one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just feel like it's now I'm old.
What did you do to celebrate Ilen's qualification?
ASB.
I mean, it's not lousy. ASB.
What did I do? We actually had cute pictures with my wife and my child. So, yeah, that was my celebration.
So do you think with your online graduation experience, do you think you were more optimistic rather than pessimistic about it?
I mean, there's really nothing much to look forward to with online grad. I'll be honest. There's really nothing much. As I said, if you've graduated before, there's no excitement. It's like, oh, just another thing. But if you've never graduated before, people do make online grads something big. I mean, they will tell you that, okay, guys, at this time, 7 o'clock Monday, please be live. They'll send out links. So I think you can actually make it something good, because I mean, if you're gonna send out links to all your friends and your family, then they'll be there hearing.
Or you can live stream it.
You understand?
Stream it.
So if you're gonna have your whole family watching at the time, then yeah, it's a good experience. But for me, I was just like, man, it's just another thing. And I've got friends who never even wanted to do the whole like grad thing. All they did was go to campus, collect your certificate, go home. Because at the end of the day, it's the paper that matters. But the graduation is also a beautiful thing. Not with COVID though, but hopefully after COVID, people will get to experience the graduation.
So would you say, knowing that you are graduating online, did it make you feel less motivated with the studies?
Towards the grad, yeah. Towards your studies, no. Because I think when you understand the purpose of why you're at school, then everything becomes easy. You know, okay, I'm at school to get that qualification. And for me, my qualification actually did things for me before I even received the paper. You understand, obviously, in terms of the different things that you are now further exposed to at work because of your qualification. So for me, it kind of motivated me, because it's more like there's more credits against your name. So if you're now look at the graduation or the online grad, or not even going to a graduation, and weigh it against what your qualification can do for you, then I feel like that's a bit of a messed up thing to do. So for me, I didn't even look at grad versus my academics. It was just a thing of my qualification, I've got it. When I appear in the system, it appears with Mr. Mdiya 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? So yeah, I wasn't really, I actually never even thought about the fact that, okay, will this online grad then discourage or put less weight in the qualification? It was just,
also, we didn't even see COVID coming. We didn't even know, but in babies are today, in babies online grad. So obviously in your mind, you wouldn't have just thought, okay, because I'm gonna have the online, then and not achieve my.
And trust me, I've also had friends who did their undergrad in 2019. They were finishing. So 2020, their grads are supposed to be in April. And remember, the lockdown was announced on the 26th of March or something. So they were ready Some even attire as a lady.
Oh,
And then boom, lockdown.
That is painful.
It's sad. And they were doing their postgrad after. They were not discouraged. They still do their postgrad and even finished. And then they didn't even go for grade. So yeah.
Yo, and you find people that say try to make the best out of it. I don't think it's easy.
It's not easy, but I feel like you don't have a choice. It's either you just sit in jail or graduate to study, or it's either you make something out of that.
When you look back one day and say, it wasn't the norm, but at least I made sure that I enjoyed it for myself.
You probably have to have a big grad party. That way you'd enjoy it. But no, personally, I don't think you can make anything out of an online grade. That's just, you can't make anything. Your face appears, they call your name, and it's probably even the system calling your name.
Exactly.
So
So a robot just
You won't even pronounce your name.
Yeah, that's the line.
That's why now we have an after party shame.
But I know, like, we are praying, Lord, we are hoping that the graduation is because they're doing that at vets now. They do the stage walking thing. So yeah.
But I think it's light at the end of the tunnel. You have to share the link with your family, friends to celebrate with you, I guess.
Yeah.
And then for people that are doing their final year, what advice would you give them if it happens that they graduate online?
I'd say look at number one, focus on the fact that you've received your qualification. The beauty of personally for a graduation is when they call out the name of the qualification, then your name. So whether it's called out online or whether it's called out by someone on stage with an auditorium full of audience, it doesn't take away anything from the fact that it's your name there and the qualification which you've been studying towards for the past 2, 3, or 4 years. Right? That's the one thing. Because when they call you, they don't call, okay, I mean, your family will scream at your clinics, but when they call you, they're like, Sandla, Mdiya, baccalaureate, commercial, field of study, accounting, done. So the most important thing is what is happening there. So I think if ever you want to get anything out of the graduation, just know that your name on that piece of paper is the most important thing. How you have fun afterward, that depends solely on you. I mean, you can decide to have a bash, family party, whatever. But the most important thing that should never be taken away from you is the fact that it's your name on the paper.
And I think that brings us to the end of the episode today. Thank you so much, Sandla, for being here.
Thank you.
And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the link, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.